REKT podcast is brought to you by Honey Miner. Want to start mining, but never had the technical skills or time? Honey Miner is the answer. Honey Miner is a one-click install mining software that downloads directly to your computer and earns you Bitcoin. No more writing scripts or configurations. Just download the desktop app and start mining immediately. What are you waiting for? Go to honeyminer.com and start earning Bitcoin while you sleep today. That's honeyminer.com, on Twitter at GetHoneyMiner, and Telegram at t.me/honeyminer.
I was trying to set you up for an intro.
Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am your host, Bunchu Betts, alongside my wonderful and loyal co-host and your least favorite podcast member, Crypto Chamber. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. A little tired. Been up since 3 a.m. Central Time, so I don't know what time that actually is. In
3 a.m. Central Time?
Yeah, I had to catch the earliest flight out of Minnesota this morning.
So that's 4 a.m. your normal time.
Yeah,
but that's
still too early.
Pretty egregious there.
Yeah,
so, oh my God. Early. So you're catching your flight home.
Yeah, I was back at my house by just after 11 a.m., so I thought that was pretty good.
That's pretty good. We'll get to that in a minute because we've got some good Chamber to America to give you. So, but before we get there, I just wanted to have a reminder that our wonderful sponsor, Honey Miner, is doing a giveaway for 2 GPUs. They're giving away a GTX TI 1080 or a RX Vega 64 or similar. And if you haven't entered, you should. You can find their giveaway tweet either in our feed or theirs. You can follow them. The rules to enter are follow them at GetHoneyMiner, retweet and like it, and tag 3 friends in the tweet. Cool thing is if one of your friends wins and you tag them first, you win also. So go do that. They're giving that away. The winners aren't going to be announced till November 16th, so you got a while to do that. But go get Honey Miner and get yourself some GPUs. And then, as always, like us and rate us and review us on iTunes. Give us a 5-star review if you like us. Give us a 4-star review if you hate us. Anything other than that, you're just being mean.
Yeah, don't be mean. Don't be like that. You're better than that.
Write us a review. Please, actually, if you're going to write a review based on this little plug for iTunes, send us something that you'd like to see Chamber take a picture of the next time he's in America. We're going to put together a Chamber in America scavenger hunt. And then follow us on Twitter at REKT_podcast, in our Telegram, t.me/REKT_podcast. And that's about it. Let's get rolling. So, Chamber, tell us about your trip to America.
It was a 3-day adventure. Ended
3-hour tour?
Yeah. Oh, it was literally 3 days. I left. Left Tuesday. I got to the airport at 10:30 a.m. I did not take off until 5 p.m. Yeah, no, it was awful. Had a connector that was delayed, so I got delayed for 7 or 8 hours. Yeah, it was awful. But I didn't have the reason for me going was the next day, so that was fine for literally about hour and a half meeting. Then
gotta love those cross-border hour and a half meetings,
face to face. And then so I was with another person. They caught the evening flight last night. My flight wasn't leaving until 6 a.m. this morning, so I had to kill time with them for the better part of the day because I think we were all done up by maybe 1 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. So she didn't leave until 10 p.m. that night, so we had a lot of time to kill. Nice. We got back to Minnesota, went to the Mall of America.
Oh, you did? Wow.
I did,
that is a very America thing to do.
What? I had a great time at the Mall of America.
I'm sure you did. Is that where the Wahlburgers was?
No, the Wahlburgers was in the Toronto airport. Actually,
Say hi to your mother for me. Say hi to your mother for me.
Hey, chicken.
Hey, chicken. Hey, it's me, Mark Wahlberg. Hey, you're a chicken. I was in the movie The Happening. Say hi to your mother for me.
The Happening. Oh, it's such a classic Marky Mark movie. Wahlburgers was the first time I went there. That was quite good. I'm not a big Marky Mark fan, so I was always.
What about the Funky Bunch, though?
I mean, the Funky Bunch. I got nothing against that. But that was the second best meal I had while I was away.
You don't like me, Mark Wahlberg? Maybe not. Maybe go fuck yourself. Say hi to your mother for me.
The best meal I had was in Wisconsin. It was a Cajun restaurant in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's known for their Cajun food.
That's what I thought.
Hey, look, I mean, to you, that's the Deep South.
100%. Technically, I think where I live now is more south than where I was in Wisconsin.
It probably is.
But amazing Cajun food in this restaurant. Shout out to I'll tell you. Hang on a second. I should give proper kudos to this place because I had an alligator po' boy sandwich.
Oh my God, that sounds delightful.
With hush puppies. It blew my face off. It was so good.
My God.
It was at Buzzard Billy's.
Oh, Buzzard Billy's. Shout out Buzzard Billy's.
Yeah, quite delicious.
You better find them on Twitter and tag them in our post tomorrow.
I'm not 100% sure they have a Twitter account.
If they do, you better find it because Buzzard Billy's not going to know what happened to him. They're going to be like, what?
Buzzard Billy's. Yeah, this was in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Very nice. I think they have a couple of other places across.
Buzzard Billy's isn't even paying us for this spot.
I'm telling you, they paid me in alligator meat, and it was fresh and delicious. It was,
my God,
quite good. But no, I had a blast overall. It was Mall of America was cool. Went to the aquarium there. Sharks were swimming around.
This is a work trip.
I mean, I worked for an hour and a half. I mean, it was. I have to put some meat time in there.
So you were telling me you made mention of this before the show that somebody you were with may have found out that you do a crypto podcast.
Yeah. So.
Please tell this story in great detail.
So I recently got a new position within my company, and we do business with this other company, and so basically the me of that company is who I was with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But this was like we had met before, but this was kind of our first time where her and I had
an extended period of
time to get to know each other, kind of thing, right? So we get into the rental car after both of us had spent hours in the airport, and I get into the rental car. I plug in my phone, and as soon as I plug in my phone, like I'm also doing other stuff, and it's just registering my iTunes account, and
the podcast
is playing 100% because I'm a sociopath who loves the sound of his own voice, and I listen to it 10 times a day. And she's like, "Is that you?" And I'm like, and I'm swatting at my phone, like trying to turn that thing off. I'm like, no. Like, no, it's just a podcast. So the drive goes on. She's like, and she's hearing my voice more. She's like, "That was you." Like, there's no. I'm like, okay, it was me. And she's like, "What was the podcast name?" I'm like, "I'm not telling you what the podcast is." She's like, "Is it on Spotify?" I'm like, "Yeah, it actually is on Spotify."
And you're like, "Actually, recently it is." Yeah. Thanks to your boy, Crypto Chamber.
So she's like, I'm gonna figure out which one it is. I'm like, "Good luck with that," because there's probably a million podcasts about cryptocurrency. Oh, she's like, "Well, you got to tell me what it is, what it's about." She's like, "Is it about smoking weed?" Because I'm from Canada.
And you're like, "Well, kind of."
It's not.
You're right.
So I said, "No, it's a cryptocurrency podcast." She's like, "What?" I'm like, like Bitcoin, and her eyes just lit up. She's like, "For real?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay, I'm gonna."
She's like, "Loser, you loser."
No, she was definitely intrigued. and she started reciting every podcast.
Satoshi's white paper?
Yeah, exactly. Well, no,
She
like she's
started
on
reciting
Spotify. She's on Spotify trying to figure out which one it is. I said, well, it doesn't have Bitcoin in it. Like, she's like, crypto this, crypto that. I'm like, no, it doesn't have crypto in it. It doesn't have... I said, it doesn't have either of those two. I said, I'll give you... These are the only hints I'm giving you. It's not Bitcoin. It doesn't have Bitcoin in the name. It doesn't have crypto in the name. And it, in my opinion, it has the coolest logo.
Shout out Cynthia, who we miss dearly.
Exactly.
Who is still sick, by the way, with the flu. I don't think we ever discussed why she wasn't here. She has the flu in Florida, which is known as the Florida flu, which is just terrible.
The Bayou flu.
The Bayou flu. Also known as the swamp flu.
Also known as...
But not known as the gator flu.
No,
that's something totally different. The gator flu is something you can only ask for on your birthday, and it involves a sexual act with a gator.
Oh, really? I didn't know that one.
I just made that up.
I think So, but it took her probably, and I was actually pretty impressed because I didn't think she was going to get it at all. Maybe 20,
Wait, so she did get it?
I'm not even lying. Probably less than 20 guesses.
Wow.
Like, I thought, I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. She said it, and my face just went blank. She's like, oh, REKT podcast, that's definitely you. And she started playing it on her phone.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Well, I think the most inspiring thing of that whole story was that we came up on the first 20 guesses of Spotify crypto podcasts.
I thought that's pretty good.
So that's pretty good. Anyway, that's a great story. I wanted to hear it, and I wanted my reaction to be raw, so I didn't let you tell it until we got on the air. But anyway, from there, let's get to the news. So we got a couple news stories today. This has just been a giant news week for us here. So we are going to talk first about Monero. So Monero forked yesterday, or actually earlier today it forked. I guess when they're listening to this, it will be yesterday. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I've heard about it. I forget what the fork... Didn't the fork have a cool name?
Yes, it does, and I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Monero forks. Bulletproof's integration kicks off a new era in privacy and speed. So, essentially, Monero forked, and what they're calling it is Monero 0.013.0 or Beryllium Bullet, and it includes a significant overhaul of the network's protocol through the introduction of what they're calling bulletproofs. And what bulletproofs are is it's going to increase privacy and make fees cheaper and faster transactions, and they're actually going to have greater ASIC mining resistance. So, Monero's always been known for kind of their war against ASIC miners. They want to have, everybody in the community be able to mine Monero and not just, these big corporations or mining farms. So they go out of their way. Previous forks have been literally just to make Monero ASIC resistant. And
really?
But bulletproofs, it's a unique feature among the digital assets, especially large cap networks, and it gives... This is according to our friends at CCN. It gives users more privacy by hiding the number of coins that they send in the transaction. So basically, you can't see the number of coins or amount that you're sending in these transactions. So it's an added layer of privacy here that Monero hasn't had before. And it implements a new logarithmic math in order to verify these transactions as well. So that's pretty cool. So Monero's gotten more private and more ASIC resistant for any miners out there.
Do we know if any of the exchanges are supporting the fork? Or
I think they kind of have to. I'm not sure it's exact. I'm not sure it's like the fork in the sense that you're thinking of as far as like a new coin, really.
Right.
It's just a kind of Here it says Monero developers are strongly recommending that everyone upgrade their wallets and nodes if they haven't done so already, as running the old version could lose transactions. So it's not like Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, or the Callisto fork where you're getting new coins or whatever. It's just a change in the Monero protocol as far as.
So it'll still be like XMR, like all that stuff.
Yes, it's still XMR. Yes, exactly.
Even though it's the bullet one.
Right. Correct.
Okay. All right.
As far as I understand,
if a dummy like me can figure it out, all you guys should too.
As far as I understand it here, so that's cool. Privacy coins are dope, and if something like Monero, which is probably the most popular, is getting more private, I think that's a good thing. So yeah,
I agree.
What do you got, Chamber?
I got some big news again from CCN. 0x surges 30% after Coinbase listing. So, do we have any 0x, by the way? I don't think we do, right?
We don't. I was thinking that the other day when it got listed. I couldn't believe that nobody had kind of.
I feel like that one gets shilled a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I have as many bags as we have in the index fund, but I have a lot of bags. Like, I probably have,
Do you have that one?
No, I don't have that one either. I think it's weird that neither the index fund or I have that bag.
Yeah, and it's one of the most popularly
very
ones out there.
Yeah. So starting today, Coinbase supports ZRX at Coinbase.com. And in the Coinbase Android and iOS apps, Coinbase customers can now buy, sell, send, receive, or store ZRX along with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. ZRX will be available for customers in most jurisdictions, but will not initially be available for residents of the United Kingdom or the state of New York. Boo, New York. Always New York with their silly laws. I don't know.
Wait, it said it's not available in New York?
Not initially available in the UK or the state of New York.
That's weird because I'm open.
And that could have been maybe one day. You know what I mean?
It might be because I have my Coinbase app open right now, and I had it open yesterday, and it's listed here.
Yeah, did you try buying some?
I have not. I can.
Don't buy now. No FOMO.
I'm gonna try to buy a dollar worth. Let's see. I'm gonna buy one and see if I can. Oh, so sorry. Coinbase doesn't support total buys of less than $1.99. You please.
Fair enough.
All right, let's see. Anyway, continue.
But the second part of the second part of this is which crypto will be next. So if you go on Coinbase, I was noticing this the other day from the last update. So you have your typical list. Oh, 0x is showing up on mine too. But down towards the bottom on my phone, there's discover more assets. So you have a list of available on Coinbase, which is the ones we just named. And then there's a whole other list that says not available on Coinbase, which is XRP, EOS, Stellar, Tether, Cardano, Monero, Tron, IOTA, Dash, Binance Coin, Neo, Nem, Tezos, VeChain, Zcash, Dogecoin, Maker, Omisego, Bitcoin Gold, Ontology, Qtum, Decred, Lisk, and the list goes on. Wow, goes on for quite a bit. So I would anticipate one of those is going to be next. Now, XRP is at the top of that list, followed by EOS and Stellar.
What do you think?
My gut says Stellar.
Okay. Good one. I could see that. I could definitely see Stellar. I don't think they're going to list Ripple, but that's just me.
I feel bad for the Rippleites out there.
Rippleites?
Yeah.
Is that what they are?
I don't know. That's what I just called them.
I like that. It's Rippleites now. So you're going to here's our newest water bet. You ready for it?
Oh, jeez. I'm not good at these water bets, I'm going to be honest.
Well, no, it's just going to be, I'm going to pick one, you're going to pick one, and if whichever one gets
I'm not taking, I may or may not take Sell. I want to look at this properly now that water bets are on the line.
All right, well.
You pick first. I'll let you have first.
Mine's BAT.
Basic Attention Token, which I believe is listed. That's been talked about for a long time.
Yes, I'm going to take BAT as my pick.
And it's weird, not on the list of other coins. One sec, I might be wrong. It's not on there. It's weird. Not on the list. But I'm with you. I hear BAT all the time. I'm going to go with... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Stellar. I think I'm going to lose, but I think I'm going to go with Stellar anyways.
All right. So that's put it on the board. We've got Stellar versus BAT for the next to be on Coinbase, and we will keep track of that, obviously, because one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose.
Don't you find it interesting, though, that Coinbase put a list of coins that they don't carry?
Yeah, and I think they're kind of, doing that to... I'm not really sure why they would do that.
And and it's weird down the list. Like you have like things like Electronium, which some people regard as a massive shitcoin.
Right. So some of that stuff is never obviously going to be listed there.
Oh, so I lied. By the way, Basic Attention Token is there, right under Verge.
Oh, come on. Come on. Imagine if they list Verge.
Oh, could you imagine? Those Verge shills would lose
virgins.
their mind.
Oh, is that it? Rippleites and virgins.
Virgins, yeah. Virgins.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Moving on. I've got one more news story here. I thought this was kind of cool. Ticketmaster acquires a blockchain startup in a bid to combat ticket fraud. So, I mean, the title says it all. So basically, Ticketmaster has just acquired a blockchain company called Upgraded, and they are using it to integrate into their app, I believe, to kind of combat like double spending essentially on tickets and ticket fraud and everything like that.
Now, is it going to have? I wonder if it's going to help with. I don't know. I don't know if you guys run into it in the U.S., but here in Canada, I run into it all the time. I like to go to concerts, and any good concert, sometimes when the tickets go on sale, like they're just gone within seconds. And it's usually like these big, I don't know if it's bots or whoever's buying it up to, resell on, these other ticket sites. We had an instant, was it last year? Are you familiar with the Tragically Hip? No?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tragically Hip, the greatest Canadian band of all time, some people might say. Their lead singer a couple of years ago was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. And they did a final cross Canada tour, and I mean the tickets, nobody could get tickets. I think the cheapest ticket you could get at any time was like $700-800, and it's because all these bots bought up all the tickets, and they were,
wow.
you could spend anywhere from $1,000 to like $5-6 grand.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about that in this article. It's more, actually. It does say to kind of prevent ticket scalping, which is kind of what you're talking about. So.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I mean, it's another step in these big companies, these that are seeing value in blockchain tech and blockchain companies. And I think that's pretty cool. So the company is called Upgraded, and it's a blockchain startup using DLT and what they're calling smart tickets to combat fraud within the industry. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool. I was thinking, I've been thinking about the water bet since you brought it up.
Yeah.
You're a Giants fan, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are they
very, very unfortunately?
Oh,
yes,
is it? It is. I didn't know how. I was going to say
we are 1-5 right now.
Oh, okay, that's not good. Okay, never mind. Because I was going to say my Lakers have their season opener today, and I was going to see if we could figure out a way to water bet whose team would do better. But you guys got a good.
The Giants are pretty much already out.
Do you guys have like a good rookie?
Yeah, Saquon Barkley, who went to Penn State, who is
Did he go number one or?
Yes, number 2. He's my man crush.
Nice. He's a tank.
Oh my God, he's awesome. So I've watched him for 4 years in college and
he's a Penn State guy.
Yes.
You're that's your guy for life.
My fiance hates me because I would.
Do you have a jersey?
Well, that was.
I know you won a jersey.
She won it. She won it.
Was that
She won Saquon Barkley jersey.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I regularly tell her that I would leave her for Saquon Barkley, but I also say that Saquon Barkley would never have me.
No, I felt
No.
the same way about Kobe Bryant.
I'm
my
not
entire life.
nearly good enough for Saquon
No,
Barkley.
exactly.
Anyway, all right, that we'll think of something though, because I'm sadly a Knicks fan. You might have to like handicap me, like
Yeah.
you could handicap
Maybe
me some games.
will I have more wins than you have losses or something like that?
Yeah, all right, we'll think of something for that for sure. But anyway, we'll go from the news to our newest favorite segment, No FOMO.
FOMO warning.
So we've started to see a little bit of some alt poppage in the last week, which brings us to two episodes in a row where we're going no FOMO on you guys. So we're going to talk about the top three coins that have pumped the hardest in the last 24 hours, and kind of give you a little background on them. And then, you can consider this do your own research. Obviously, we would recommend you do some more, but the idea is not to FOMO into these pumps, because we've all seen it happen and we don't want you to be wrecked, although we are REKT podcast. So number one on the list, caveat from this time. So we filtered the list this time to give us only coins with $1 million market cap or higher, just because we didn't want to get too in the weeds with some of these crazy things that you may never hear of, or things like that. So that is our parameters here. The first one on the list is coin number 432, Patron. So its ticker symbol is PAT. It's got a market cap of 6.8 million, a current US dollar price of about 2.7 cents, circulating supply of, oh man, that's a lot, 2.5 billion, I guess.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then, so they are up here 119% over the last 24 hours, and over the last 7 days they're up 97%. So we, Chamber and I were talking about this before the show, and we're like, okay, the point of no FOMO is, we probably don't want people to buy these, but we're like, let's tell them where they can not buy them.
I was saying a bunch of them. It's like telling your kids not to do drugs, but like definitely don't go to the corner and see Ray, because he definitely will sell you some weed at a pretty reasonable price.
That you shouldn't be doing, by the way.
You shouldn't be smoking that weed.
Don't, especially not from Ray on the corner of Grand.
Even though Ray's got the best deals in town.
Don't go to Ray. So this cannot be bought. I mean, it can be, but don't. On something called CoinZest. CoinZest has the 55% of the current volume on this, and it's also 34% of the volume is on HitBTC. So
that one, you ever deal with HitBTC?
Back when I first started, I was on there a lot. Actually.
I don't know the other one, but I've dealt a little bit on HitBTC.
Yeah, there's been some complaints recently. I had never had a problem, but there's been more.
I made a few good trades and got out, and haven't been back.
Yeah. All right, tell us about Patron.
Here. Yeah, so it took me a minute to figure out what this thing was all about. But in the fine print, what is Patron? The website's fine. You have to use your arrow keys to like navigate it. Like there's no like sidebar to scroll down.
That's weird.
Very strange. But Patron is a sharing economy for influencers. So utilizing blockchain technology, Patron will tokenize influencers' social media and connect brands with local influencers around the world. I could see something there. But like you said, available on HitBTC. Not an awful website, except for that little hiccup with the arrow keys, but it's got a lot of information on there.
I've seen a couple coins that have been geared towards this type of idea. And if you've listened to a bunch of podcasts, you've probably heard of Patreon and things like that. So it seems like a similar idea. Yeah. But again, so that's ranked 432, so it's at least some kind of legitimate coin here. The next one on the list, coin 1241, Grid Plus, symbol Grid, GRID, market cap of 7.6 million, current US dollar price of 19 cents. circulating supply of 39.2 million. And that's up 83% in the last 24 hours and 54% over the last 7 days. And Grid Plus can be bought, but you shouldn't, on AirSwap, IDEX, and Ether Delta. And actually, currently it says 100% of its volume is on AirSwap. So that's where people are buying it. AirSwap's a pretty interesting concept.
Yeah, and I haven't used it before, but I know a lot of smart people that have.
Yes, I haven't used it either, but it's a lot of like basically the way AirSwap works, and my understanding is, there's market makers out there that are putting the coin for sale, and then you are essentially buying them through a swap with these market makers instead of a, straight up old school kind of exchange. And it's not even really, I wouldn't even call it a DEX either. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Bancor without the slippage. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah.
Anyway, tell us about Grid Plus.
So I did a little perusing of the website here. They seem like they're trying to tackle a bunch of stuff. But just kind of a quick synopsis here. Grid Plus creates products that enable mainstream use of digital assets and cryptocurrency.
Say that again?
So exactly, a lot of word salad here.
Yeah, a lot of
which you'll find in a lot of these coins. So it creates products that enable mainstream use of digital assets and cryptocurrencies. So we are hardware, software, and cryptocurrency experts building the foundation for more efficient and inclusive financial future.
I wish I was an expert of any of those things, let alone all three.
So I'm just looking here. Our products, they have Grid Plus Pay, which is a digital currency payment made simple. Kind of reminds me of maybe like an OCN kind of app. There's Lattice One. It's an impenetrable vault for your digital assets.
Okay.
Somebody will penetrate that one, I guarantee it.
Who said that? McAfee?
Yeah, impenetrable. Never say that word. And then, so there's an online mobile wallet. There seems to be like I don't know if it's an online safe or a mobile safe. Oh no, I think it's a whole, like a unit. It's like almost like a big, I would say half the size of an iPad, but like a Trezor, or you know what I mean, with a screen, like with a LCD screen on it, and that's your digital vault. Okay. And then Safeguard, which is an offline portable secure storage and restoration card.
Interesting.
So it's like a little debit card. So yeah, I don't know. That's it. The website's nice. If they can get these products to work, that looks like it could work. Yeah, cool. So it could be something. Could be something there.
All right, and that's again ranked 1241. So if you like what you hear about Grid, do your own research further. But anyway, the last one on here ranked 1267, something called Chips, and Chips has a very creative symbol, chips. It's got a market cap of 1.5 million and a total circulating supply of about 21 million. And they are up 70% in the last 24 hours and 59% in the last 7 days. Let's see here. Where can you buy chips? Barter Dex, something called. Oh, that's the Barter Dex is the Komodo.
Is that what it is?
The Komodo Dex, yes. So you have it looks like 100% of its volume here. So right, the second was on Barter Dex. So that's the Komodo. So the trading pair there is Chips KMD. And then it's on Coin Exchange with the BTC pairing, but it doesn't look like there's much volume there. Tell us about what Chips is.
There's no website for Chips.
Oh, that's right. There's no website. Wait, there's no website listed on CoinMarketCap. Did you find one?
I don't know if I found it. So I Googled Chips ICO, which is usually what I do. And There's a site that might be it. It's called chasing-coins.com, ICO chips. There is not right. I mean, what'd you say the market cap was?
1.5 million.
Yeah, no, I don't think this
so is this is when on CoinMarketCap, when you go click on the coin, there's usually it's got the rank and whatever, and the website right there.
I can't find a website for this thing.
So there's no website listed. So here's why you DYOR
and no FOMO.
I also just clicked on the Chips social media feeds tab here. It doesn't have any listed. So I would not be FOMOing into chips.
I would say the one out of those three that looks like it has the most potential is the Grid Plus, I would say.
You think
just
so?
From,
I mean,
from website alone. Just from website alone. The Patron website is okay. I would give it a C+, and the website for Grid Plus, I would give an A.
That's last time when that current one we saw. So, well, that's why we do this segment. So, some of these could be looking good to you when you're just clicking around and looking at charts and all that. But, you really got to, are you really going to invest into something without a website? I mean, the answer is no. So anyway, so that's this episode of No FOMO. Chamber, what else we got? We got any REKT index updates? So I guess we'll go into the REKT index.
Brutal, savage, REKT.
So I have two portfolios that I have on my phone, and for the last few days,
so you're gonna brag about your own.
Yeah, mine's been blowing up, and I'll go over and check ours, and it really, nothing crazy. Raven was doing its thing.
Raven's been going nuts.
Yep. But I
saw something that said there was 7,000 BTC worth of volume in the last 24 hours trading.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But nothing really. Did we talk about bit crystals on the show?
I don't know if we talked about it on the show.
I know we tweeted
about it. Let's talk about it right now.
So the only reason I say it is it's up 10.4% right now on the daily.
Yeah. Well, so Bit Crystals was a crypto fungus. It was a fungus pick.
Right.
Yeah, it was a crypto fungus pick, and it was on Bittrex. And just this last week, it was delisted from Bittrex, and so it obviously tanked pretty hard on that news. But apparently it was that's the only real major exchange it was on too. So I'm not really sure who's buying it to be up 10% today or where they're buying it. So but it was delisted from Bittrex, and it's been.
I'm gonna brag about my bags though for now.
Go ahead.
Because we really everybody's been talking about some of their bags, taking off a little bit. But
I feel like I'm starting to feel like FOMO-ish. I've tweeted about it a couple times in the last couple days. Like, I've been seeing a lot of crypto Twitter charts pop up. I've been seeing all this kind of stuff, and it's making me feel like I need to do something. And
so I'll give you some of my weeklies.
Okay, hold on, wait. I just want to finish this Bit Crystals thought here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So it was on Bittrex, no longer. It is on something called Zaif, Z-A-I-F, and something called Tux Exchange. So those are the two places that it's left. Anyway,
that's too bad. So we're, everybody seems to be talking about. So I had a couple. Didn't look like I said, didn't look like we had much pumping on ours except for Raven. So some of my bigger ones, Oyster Pearl. I got a big bag of that.
Oh, that one went nuts today, right?
Yeah, that's up 54% on the week. I have a bag of Odyssey that I sold some off. It was up when I sold some. I sold some yesterday and today. It was up over 50 for the week. What was the other one? Oh, Snovio. That's one of my faves.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what any of those ones that you just mentioned
Really?
are. Yeah, they belong on the no FOMO.
The first two are, I think, in the top 100. The first two I
Okay.
mentioned. Snovio's down at the bottom. Like, that's kind of like that's a gem. That one's more of like LinkedIn for the blockchain, where you can allow people to, you know how LinkedIn will sell your stuff to businesses looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This, people can pay you to see your profile.
Cool.
You can set price. It's something. It's something. I'm not saying it's changing the world, but it's something.
But it's
that was up 45% for the week. So some stuff.
So Chamber's rolling in the dough. So if you need any
Well,
money,
no, I'm
ask Chamber.
I don't lose 7 fingers this week. I only lose 4 fingers this week.
Anyway, but that's it. Short and sweet for us today. We will be back with some pretty awesome podcasts next week. We have.
We have.
Well, I'm not sure. Just because
it's a big deal because it's the first. It's the first.
Well, so we have a guest on Monday that we're recording for Tuesday. I won't give the guest out yet because we still have to make sure that they still want to come on with us.
Right. But I would say the next couple of episodes, we will have our first female guest. Is that fair to say?
Yes, we will have I think we have a couple back to back.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We'll at least have one for sure, I would say.
Yep. So we got a couple
two
of our first female guests coming up.
And we're a very progressive podcast, I would say.
Yeah,
and I shame on us for not having some gals on sooner.
Look, we can't even get our own female host on, so
that's a fact. I mean, she's not doing justice for
we
her
can't even
female
get our
team.
own female host on. How are we supposed to get a female guest? But we also have a dual podcast that we're coming out with next week.
Right.
We're recording it next Tuesday to be released next Thursday, and that's going to be with our good buddies at Coinboys. So we are going to record a joint podcast with them next week, and it'll be out next Thursday. So we got a lot of exciting stuff.
You know what's really weird about the Coinboys and it's just weird to me. There's a producer BTW who's one of them. And Gutierrez, what's his first name?
I think it's Daniel or Dan.
Is it Dan Gutierrez?
Yeah, I think
he sounds exactly like one of my best friends.
Really? Maybe you guys are best friends.
It's weird. Like,
wouldn't it be funny if your best friend did a crypto podcast?
No, I think they're in LA, and my best friend doesn't live in LA. He lives down the street from me.
Yes, he does. Your best friend's LeBron James.
That's true. No, I'm yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it was very weird. I when I first heard him, like, it was off-putting how
funny.
similar they sounded.
But that's what we got coming up next week, so stick around with us. We will have some awesome guests, some awesome collaborations going on. Until next time, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.